everybody, my name is Lisa Hodgson and I'm going to be talking to you about the follow-up. And let me just say, following up is going to be so huge for your business. The fortune is in the follow-up and it is not a step that you want to skip. So as you're talking to people and people are interested in your challenge groups and you're messaging with them and you find out what their goals are, you're going to learn that not everybody is going to be ready. You're going to have a lot of people that are interested in joining and want to know more about it, but they're not quite ready yet in their lives. Taking a step to change your lifestyle is a huge thing, and it's not something to be taken lightly. A lot of people, it takes them some time, and it also takes that building a trust between you and that person and building a relationship, because you kind of have to be vulnerable to go to someone and tell them that you need help and you're struggling with something like this. So a lot of times just remember that people might take a little while to get on board and to join you. So don't give up on those people, and make sure that you're following up with those people and letting them know that you care about them. So as you're talking to people, you find out their goals, you have conversations, you tell them all about the challenge, and then all of a sudden, you don't get any response, right? You see that they read your message and you're like, why is he or she not responding to me? I don't understand. What do I do now? So here's some things that I do. So I always check in with them within a few days after I gave them all of the information. Now, a lot of times, they're just not ready, like I said, and they just don't want to respond because they feel bad, or they're just very busy because life is busy and they have things going on. They might have read your message before they hopped in the car and then they forgot to respond, right? It is our job to reach out to them. They're not going to be the ones that reach out to you. We have to reach out to them. So something I would say is, hey girl, I just wanted to see if you still wanted to join our challenge group. We're starting Monday, so I want to make sure you have all your stuff in time. Kind of create that urgency. Or I might go back to their goal and say, I know you said you wanted to look good in your bikini for summer and just have more energy for your kids. And I really would love to help you to that goal. So let me know what you think. Or I might say something like, there's only a few spots left, so let me know either way. And I kind of like ending with let me know either way, because then you're giving them permission to either tell you yes or no. So I love ending it with that. If they still haven't responded after that, and you see that they read your message and they still haven't responded, then I ask for feedback. And since I started asking for feedback, I get so many more responses. You would be surprised. So I'd say something like, hey Susie, I see that this just isn't for you, and that is totally fine. I am in the business of helping people get healthier and reach their goals, and I was just wondering if you can help me and let me know if there's anything that I said or did wrong, because that way I can better help people in the future. Thank you so much for your feedback. Something like that, where you're asking them for feedback, and usually I get responses from that, and people will say, oh no, it's not you at all, it's just that I can't afford it right now, or they might say, I don't get paid for a couple weeks, and then you can go back and you can address that issue that they had. Maybe it was just they don't understand, they think it's too expensive, and then you can go back and show them the value. Or if they say that they're not getting paid for a couple weeks, then going into my next point, you give them a specific day and or time that you'll check back with them. So if they say, yeah, I just don't get paid until 2 weeks from now, then say, okay, no problem. Is it okay if I check back with you on Friday the 15th around noon? And give them a specific day and time. That way, they are expecting you, and then you can go in when you're checking in with them with confidence, knowing that you told them you were going to message them, and they're expecting you. If they tell you just, no, I'm not interested at all, I take that as a good thing, because then I know. I'm like, okay, they don't want my help, that's fine. And then you can also go back and ask for that feedback and ask them what it is that they're, have concerns about it. And even if they're not going to join, they're going to give you feedback for the next person that does want your help, because not every single person is going to want your help, and that's okay. If they tell you, not right now, I'm not interested, it's always important to ask if you can follow up with them in the future. So maybe they say, this sounds amazing, but I'm just super busy this month. I'm going to be in 3 weddings. I'm doing this, this, and that. Then you can say, no problem, I totally understand. Is it okay if I follow up with you next month? I do these groups every single month, and I'd love to get you to your goals when you are ready. And then usually they say, yeah, please follow up with me. And sometimes it takes following up with them the next month. They're still not ready. Follow up with the next month, and sometimes it takes people a while, but then they're finally ready. And you've connected with them, you've checked in with them, you show them that you care about them by, continuing to check in with them, and you've built that trust, and then they'll come to you when they are ready. I take no's and no responses and things like that as a good thing. I'm building my list. That means I'm talking to more people. If you're not hearing any no's, you are not talking to enough people. So it's very important to take track of all these people that you're talking to and make a list. When you talk to people, I always like to write down their goals that we discussed in the beginning, and then some other things about their life. Maybe that they have a dog that just had a surgery, or they have 3 kids, and one's having a birthday coming up. Whatever it might be, when I check in with them, I can connect with them and talk to them about them as well, and not just get that icky feeling that you're going after a sale, but that you actually care about them and want to connect with them. So I always keep track of those things, and then I always keep track if I tell them I'm going to follow up with them the next month, I write that down. So you always have a list to work from, and I think that's so exciting because even if you hear all of these no's, let's say it's May, and you hear all of these no's for May, well, guess what? You have a whole list of people that you can now check in with for June and set yourself up for success in June. And keep going, and you're always going to have a list to work from. Thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful, and don't forget, the fortune is in the follow-up.